Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the 14th episode for The Walking Dead Season 8. This will be a Q&A starting with whether or not we think Tara will survive. And spoiler warning, if you guys have not seen episode 13 for The Walking Dead Season 8 yet, do not send us astray. I'll have in the end screen videos for you guys the link to that review for that episode, so you guys can see my whole full-length review. It's over 20 minutes long, that kind of thing. As well as also have in the end screen videos at the end of this video my video predictions for what I think is going to happen in episode 14 coming up next weekend. So 3 episodes left for The Walking Dead, looking to see the end for All Out War, with really, I think, the last episode being the one me personally am most excited for. I mean, I can't wait to see the finale being shown in some theaters. Looks like it's going to be extended. Looks like it's going to be a pretty big deal. And then, of course, another pretty big deal on that night, April 15th, will be the premiere for Fear the Walking Dead Season 4. So very excited for both of those. And, these last couple episodes here, episodes 14, 15, I'm not expecting too much from them. I'm kind of expecting some spacing, as spacer episodes, meaning like, they're kind of getting things ready. They're dealing with a few last little things here and there. Eugene in episode 14 and, episode 15, maybe Negan and what happens with that. And then episode 16 being the final kind of hurrah for this crazy season that has had so much action throughout. It's really been nuts. I mean, even episode 13... tons of action throughout. You get the zombie action with Tobin and the others, and just a really action-heavy season. I've really been enjoying Season 8 a lot. So first one for this one is whether or not we think Tara is going to survive. Of course, she was shot by an arrow by Dwight, and I have checked the pictures because there's some pictures for this episode where you actually get to see Dwight's arrows that were in his bow, whatever it is, crossbow, whatever kind of bow, I'm not sure, but you can take a look for yourself and see. And the arrows look clean to me, very clean, or the bullets look very clean to me. So, I personally think Tara should be just fine. I mean, a lot of the other people that were injured have already kind of turned and have already died as a result of their contamination or as a result of their injuries, like Tobin. So really, they did kind of mention that Rick might have had something, might have something infected and should be clean, and he's kind of refused all the way through. So we might see something with that. But Tara just kind of seems to be more scared than anything at the end of episode 13. And I do not think that she's going to be killed as a result of, her wound that she suffered at the hands of Dwight. I think that, Dwight, even though, just with that scene, it made it look like he's kind of on the side of the saviors. I really think that he is on the side of the survivors, actually. Granted, that would have been a good time for him to kind of swap sides and try to take down Simon. I mean, if he would have taken Simon down in that scene instead of shooting Tara, if he would have shot Simon instead, I mean, that would have been a pretty good moment to take out the lead savior at that point, even though Negan's still kind of out there and he doesn't know where Negan is. That might have been a good chance for Dwight to do that. But instead, he kind of went along with what Simon was doing, and he shoots Tara. But I do think Tara will live, and I think he purposefully shot her in a spot, where it's not, going to be too bad. She'll be able to heal from it pretty quickly, and she'll be okay, and everything will be fine. So I think Tara will survive. And of course, I could be wrong, but that's kind of, the way I see things right now. Delicious8323 said, I doubt Dwight used infected arrows. Tara lives, exclamation mark. So, I think so. At least for now. I mean, we could see her be killed off in the finale. We probably should see at least one more survivor death before this season is over. So at least for now, she survives, and we'll have to see if she survives all the way out this season, because I do expect to see at least one more survivor death before this season is over here in the finale or what have you. The next question came in from Ryan Branigan, who says, I honestly believe the only way to make Daryl interesting again is to give him a significant other. He's so stale right now. So that's what Ryan thinks. Well, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool when he rode in on the motorcycle and he started shooting off a bunch of the saviors there in episode 13. So I still like seeing Daryl. I always like seeing Norman Reedus play Daryl. I think he's always awesome. But you are right that they probably do need to do something with him a little bit different than what they have. And a possible relationship between him and Rosetta could work, could be pretty good. Or maybe somebody else. I don't know, but they need. You're right there. I agree with you there. They kind of have to do something with Daryl. Just switch it up a little bit, and having him have somebody else romantically could be good for him. So maybe they will do that after the time skip. And Angela Kang as showrunner in season 9 would probably be a really good showrunner to do that. I think that would be really good for her if she was gonna do that in one of the episodes. Have one of the writers or something do something like that. That could be really good. So let's keep our heads up for that one and hope that eventually they do decide to give Daryl some kind of change or something. Even though he's always fun to have, I think, for the action sequences, and pretty much always has been. Tama, yeager, Gibson says, hey, Trev, thinking about Lauren Cohen not signing, what do you think about the possibility that she leaves the area and isn't killed? Maybe she is furious that Rick allows Negan to live. I think this could be a major conflict. Not with just Maggie, but with others as well, like Rosetta. Haven't seen anyone else talk about this possibility. Would love to hear your thoughts. So the possibility if Lauren Cohen does not re-sign for Walking Dead, if Maggie were to just up and leave the group and just abandon ship like Morgan looks like he may do at the end of this season. It's probably not the worst thing they could do if she decides not to re-sign. It's probably one of the better ideas. I mean, you could do that. You could have her be killed off. You could recast her, or I mean, that's really all I can think of. There's only a few limited options there if she doesn't come back for Maggie. I don't really like recasting, and there's so much setup. It's difficult to do. But that or kill her off, I mean, I don't know, man. Either way. So hopefully she does re-sign, and hopefully we do see her back again. Declan Walraven says, hey, Trev, do you think that this streak of great episodes will raise buzz and boost ratings for the end of Season 8? So I think it should a little bit. I don't anticipate seeing The Walking Dead being under 7 million U.S. viewers consistently forever. I would think that at least for a finale, and at least for the season premiere for season 9 next year, that it should be a little bit higher. The finale, especially this year, I think should be pretty good. Maybe 7.5 or something like that. Maybe 8 if they can get there, but it probably won't boost it that much. I mean, really, they killed Carl off, and it basically had no effect if you look at the numbers as far as the wiki goes for U.S. viewership. It really didn't raise or boost things at all, even though you think that it would. You would think that killing Carl off would be a huge thing and everybody would tune in to see it. It wasn't really the case. It was more like the people that are already watching are continuing to watch, or the people that left, there was enough of a boost just to make up for the people that stopped watching. So, yeah, there might not be almost anything they can do now to really get back to that 10 to 15 million range. They may never get back there again for U.S. viewers. But, 6-7 million an episode for 16 episode seasons with all the merch and stuff, it's probably just fine too. Shell_SD says, what do you think it is that Morgan knows? Figure we get an aha moment later this season, but would like to know your predictions. So with Gavin's ghost, who keeps torturing Morgan, which is kind of funny, which those scenes, I do like that. That's something kind of new. We saw a little bit of that with Lori, I guess, in season 4. And that episode does have some season 4 vibes, doesn't it? If you think about that, if you think about the Tobin thing with how it kind of parallels what happened with Patrick, and yeah, it's got some things that really do remind us of season 4, so that's true. But what it is for Morgan, man, I mean, I don't know. Maybe clearing, the idea of that he has to clear again. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, and maybe we will get an aha moment, or maybe we won't get it in The Walking Dead, and we'll have to wait to see Fear the Walking Dead season 4 to fully get it. And then we'll have to see from there. Enukai 2012 Return says, please explain how Rick did not turn back in The Walking Dead season 6 when we got the machete that was covered in blood cut in his hand when he was running back to the RV. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man, and this is something that I talked about before, and even in the comic book series too. When we got the whole idea of the guts weapons, or the weapons that are in Walker blood, infecting people and killing them, I always thought it was a bit of a tricky concept. I always thought it was like, characters have gotten blood on them before, like crazy. Michonne has especially, and Rick has as well too, as you point out here. And that's true. What you're saying is true. This is not like the first time this has ever happened, that they've killed a zombie and then maybe been cut by the same blade they were just using to kill a zombie or something. These things have happened throughout the series, or they've killed a zombie and the splatter has just gone everywhere, covering everything to the point where they're going to at least get a little bit in their mouth or, somewhere, eye or something, for it to kind of seep in. So, and it never seemed to really do that before. So it's kind of tricky, but, how you want to look at this one. After watching the TV series version with this episode with Tobin, man, it really looked like, the Walker blood did transfer the virus into him and kill him. And it wasn't just like a contaminated cut that was an illness that he eventually died from because his body couldn't fight it off. Because usually if you have a bacterial infection or something, even if it's really bad, that's not a one-day thing. Usually a bacterial infection, if your body is not able to fight it off, you don't get antibiotics and you're not able to defeat it, and it takes over and it spreads and everything like that. That usually, I'm not a doctor, but as far as I know, it's not a one-day thing. I've had a bacterial infection myself before in my stomach, and it was like a week thing. I took a few days and went to the doctor's, got antibiotics, took the antibiotics, and then eventually beat the thing off. But it wasn't like, hey, you got an infection and you die the first day or something. So it's pretty tricky to say here. I guess you have to give them the benefit of the doubt that, okay, transferring the zombie blood, if it's just from a cut on a blade into you, if it's a lot, then it will, I don't know. How do you explain this one away? You're right. I think you've caught a plot hole here. And I've mentioned the same thing before, and same with the comics. I always kind of had an issue with this one, but okay, we'll go along with what it is, and whatever, however you got to look at it. But you guys can leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about that. The concept of zombie blood causing you to turn, dealing with blood splatter, dealing with weapons being kind of dirty, and then maybe accidentally hitting a hand or something like this. Just all around. Let me know what you guys think about that, and how you can explain that away. It's pretty difficult to explain away, I think. So. Yeah, very, very tricky for sure. Create Till Death says, Trev, in the scene of Red-Eyed Rick injured against a tree, do you think Rick may have been infected by a tainted arrow in his side since they got Tara got shot by Dwight with a clean arrow? So I don't think that Dwight will go through and dirty up his weapons and end up shooting Rick or something like that. But we'll have to see if Rick gets his hand infected or something and they have to remove the hand or something. That'd be kind of crazy to do. I always thought that they would never do that. I always thought they would never do the hand thing because then they'd have to CG it all the time, which was always kind of the argument against it. But it really is looking this season like we might see something like that. And it looks like we might see a final battle with hand-to-hand weapons, which could be, in terms of action, that's going to be really cool, man. So I can't wait to see if we actually do see that, if Daryl's right, and they start going like knife against knife against each other. That would be, Negan swinging Lucille, Rick got the hatchet or something. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool, though, either way, right? PD King 1997 says, Trev Q&A, do you think the discovery that Negan makes is the helicopter? So that's in the description for episode 14, and I wouldn't think that it would be the helicopter, but I guess it's possible. I just, we haven't seen anything with the helicopter recently, but is Jadis the pilot? That's kind of been one of the theories. We'll have to see. It doesn't look like it right now. It kind of looks more likely that Negan will just escape somehow and either kill Jadis or escape without killing her, and then go back to the sanctuary and maybe kill Simon or something. So, yeah, and the last one would be from Crew Gaming, says, is it bad that I want Negan to do another lineup, but I just want him to kill Simon or a couple saviors, lol. I want to see some more Lucille action. Well, I don't think you're going to have to wait long, Crew Gaming, maybe another episode or two, and I still stick to my long-running prediction that I think Simon will be killed off this season. I still stick to it, even though we didn't see it in episode 13. I still think it's going to happen. We did see Tobin, who I can't really claim any credit for that prediction because I've been predicting Tobin to die for 3 years now, so I can't really say that. But it did end up happening in this one, and he was a pretty badass zombie when he went around and was grabbing people and killing everybody off. So that was pretty wicked. And that'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. Check out the review video here if you didn't see it. Check out my predictions for episode 14 if you didn't see those. Send me some more questions so we can do lots of videos this week, guys, for the Q&As. And I'll be back pretty soon. I want to do a review for the new Fear trailer, so let's get into that pretty soon. Thumb up this video. Share favorite, click one of the links to watch another. So for this one, see you guys again soon for next video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.